I'm Robin Graine from Graine Mediation. I wanted to talk today about the 3 golden rules of visitation. These are rules that I have determined based on my experience as a divorce attorney and a divorce mediator, and they seem to apply to all of my cases. And sometimes people don't even think about what the reasons are for visitation in terms of the children. So my 3 golden rules are all child-centered because that's really what it's about when we're talking about custody and visitation issues. Rule number 1, visitation with your children helps to develop a strong parent-child bond. Now, the research shows that children who have strong parent-child bonds with both parents tend to have stronger bonds with their own spouses when they're all grown up. And of course, what we want is for our children to have the opportunity to have solid relationships when they're grown up. Second golden rule is to have an influence over your children. Sounds a little bit egotistical, but everybody has children, and when they have children, they have dreams for those children. They have desires for their children to be like them in certain ways and be not like them in other ways. They want to teach their children things that they've learned. They want to help their children through their children's own learning experiences. If you don't have time with your children, you don't have an opportunity to influence your children. So, golden rule number 1, help develop strong parent-child bonds. Golden rule number 2, have an influence over your children. Golden rule number 3 is the joy of the children in being with the parent. Now, when you get to have teenagers like I do, sometimes you're not so sure, but when the children are little, they really, most of the time, like to be with both parents. They like to spend time with both parents. That's important. Now, the flip side of the coin, joy of the parents being with the child, that's just simply not as important, particularly when they're teenagers. Once again, you might find that that's not that joyful. But it's important to be building up the memories of having good times and having good conversations with your children. So the 3 golden rules are strong parent-child bond, that's what we're working towards, to have an influence over your children, and the joy of the children in spending time with their parents. Thanks.